Sigma notation is very important when it comes to mathematics, especially when it comes to the sum of terms. And if you want to learn how to become faster in calculating the sum of terms, you just need to know this simple trick, and that is how to solve the Sigma notation with your calculator. So if you want to learn how to find the sum of the first 1000 non-zero natural numbers, or the sum of the first 10 reciprocals, or even the sum of the first 80 even numbers, keep on watching, because in this video I'm going to show you how to solve all these just with your calculator. Now, but before I start, I want you to understand something, and before we dive into this calculator trick. Now, this is the typical element, this is your starting point, and this is your finishing point. Just know that this here, this thing that looks like, and let's say Greek E, is the summation notation, and this X here is the typical element that you're going to dial in into your calculator, starting from 1 and ending at n. Now let me show you what this means. This is the summation notation right here. Now before you use this, you simply have to press shift log to get this. Now as you can see, it matches. This is where you put the X, starting from here and ending at here. Now if you want to say, let's say the summation of X alpha X starting from 1 ending to 5, this literally means the summation of all the numbers starting from 1 to 5. And if you, okay, let me leave a question here. What is the summation of the first 5 numbers starting from 1 to 5? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, what is it? Let me know in the comment section below. Probably I'll give you a shout out next Saturday. Now if you use this calculator, it will just give you the answer, 15. Now if you want to dial in the summation of all the numbers from 1 till 10 to still give you the same thing, 55. Now I'm going to show you how to find the sum of the first 5 odd numbers, or not even first 5 odd numbers, the sum of any first odd number and the sum of the first any even number. So we are going to use the sum of the first 80 even numbers, the sum of the first 10 reciprocals, and the sum of the first 1000 non-natural numbers. I want you guys to just focus, because this video is going to be amazing. Now just keep watching, because all this will help you in school. If you can just know the formulas to solve this with your calculator, my dear, you can just enter the exam hall and see this kind of question and start laughing. The teacher will think that you are crazy, but they don't know that you actually have a trick and you learned it in this channel. So the first thing is the sum of the first 5 odd natural numbers. Now if you do it manually, it will take our time. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. This is the first 5 odd natural numbers. But with your calculator, look at what you're going to do. I want you to shift this, will now give you. Now I want you to take note, bring your pen and paper so that you can actually write this thing down. 2 alpha X, take note, minus 1, starting from 1 and ending at, since we are doing for the first 5, we are going to end at 5 and equal to, this will literally give you 25, and if you solve it manually, you see that you got 25. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to write down all the formulas down here, so keep watching to know that. Now moving up to the next question, that is find the sum of the first 80 even numbers. Now this has a different formula. For this, you simply have to shift, go to your summation notation, dial 2x starting from 1, and since we are ending at 80, that's first 80, starting from 1 and ending at what? 80. This is how it looks, and it will give you. Hey, if you're getting value out of this video, please make sure you just calm down and give this video a maximum thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe for more calculator tricks coming up every Saturday. 6,480. Now imagine you saw this question in your, let's say, hours exam, or let's say WAEC or NECO or JAM, what will you do? Are you going to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 till up to 160, because 160 is the 80th even number? I think that will stress you out, but simply noting down this formula in your head and using your calculator will just save you the stress. Now at the end, just keep watching, because at the end I will write down all these formulas for you to note and jot down. Now let's find the sum of the first 10 reciprocals. Now I want to challenge you. What do you think will be the formula to this question? It's very, very simple. All you just need to do is simply, since it's the summation of the first 10 reciprocals, I want you to just find the reciprocal of x. Now the reciprocal of 1 over what? X. Can you remember what I pressed? That is 1. All we press here to get this fraction sign. That is fraction sign. An x. Now starting from what? Since we are starting from 1, remember we are starting from 1 and we are ending at what? Since is what? 10, you end at 10 and you get what? 2.9289. As simple as that. This won't actually stress you. Now I want you to start solving this with your hand and see if the calculator is wrong. 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 till up to the 10th number. Now I want you to watch this, because this is one question that always comes out in WAEC and JAM. Now take note of this formula, because no, just calm down. At the end I'm going to give you the rundown of all the formulas. Now this is shift this. Now the formula to this is just simple. X, make sure you're putting it here, bracket x plus 1 bracket close 2. Since we are dealing with first non-zero natural numbers starting from first 1000, so you just have to start from 1 and end at 1000. So starting from 1 ending at 1000. Let's see what we get. Now if you see this kind of question, what do you think you're going to do? Are you going to leave the question so that you fail it? No. Since you know the answer, since you know the formula to this, and with your calculator you can simply just dial in and move over to the next question so that the calculator can easily process it. Now let's just wait for the answer. Wow, this is actually taking a lot of time. So what we're going to do now is, let me just simply keep this one side and write down the formulas to all of this. Now let's see if the calculator is done with the calculation. Whoa, what we got here is what? I want someone to challenge me. I want someone to write down these numbers in words. Now write down these numbers in words. Let's see if you can do that. This is what? 6. Oh wow, 167 million. Am I correct? 167 million. You continue. So any student that can actually write this thing down in words will get something from me in the next video. As simple as that. Now I want you guys to solve this thing with your calculator and don't use 1000. I want to find the sum of the first, let's say 120. Oh sorry, 104 non-natural numbers, and I want you guys to solve this with your calculator. Leave all the answers below for a maximum shout out and for something from me in the next Saturday. Let's say, which number should we use? Let's just use 120 that came into my mind earlier and solve this. Don't get the first 80, get the first 1000 and this I want you guys to use your age in this one. Yeah. Now I want to pause this video and take note of these formulas, this, and this. It will help you a lot. It will seriously help you a lot. Make sure you take your time and jot down all the formulas that I gave you in this video, and also try out all the examples and all the questions that I gave you in this video. Leave your answers in the comment section below, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. Next week we're going to be talking about how to convert degrees to radii and also the radii back to degree. So if you want to learn more on how to convert that, make sure you subscribe and also come back next Saturday for more calculator trick. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Saturday.